Hello and welcome to a Roblox scripting tutorial about functions and events. First off, we'll do functions. A function is a way to run multiple lines of code. Sometimes functions are predefined, like toNumber or toString. These, if you were to have 0 as a string inside of toNumber, it would give you the value 0 as a number. And if you were to give the value 0 here, it would give you 0 as a string, like that. Now you can make your own functions, like this. First type function, give it a name, let's call this print. And then you need your end to signify this has stopped. This is the end of this part. And then as an argument, let's give it, let's not do arguments yet. We'll just do print hello world. And then if we were to type this, run it, nothing would happen. Now if we did print, this calls function print. So if we just added print at the end, like that, ran it, you'd see hello world becomes printed in the output. Now, like I was saying about arguments, let's just call this argument, and then in print we put argument. And this is like a variable for something that has not been given yet. So let's say we want the argument to be hello world with an exclamation point. So if we were to print all this, run this, you would get hello world. Now this, you don't really need that because you could just actually use print instead. So if you want to do this with math, let's call this add. Give number, let's just do A, B. So A plus B. Print A plus B. Then function, our function is called add, so we're going to call it and give it the numbers. Let's do 5, 11. Run this code and you'll get 16, as you see. And you can just change it, instead make this a 16. Run it. Now you have 21, and so on. Functions can be very useful. Now, events in Roblox, their technical name is RBX, Roblox Signal, something like this. And when this fires, it will run some code, and if any code is inside, it will run that. So it only fires at certain times. Let's say an event for game.baseplate.touched. This would be a touched event for baseplate. That will only fire when something touches it. Now, a better way, in my way at least, was to make a function with your event. So game.baseplate, game.workspace.baseplate, forgot about that, .touched, connect. This connect part sets it up as an event. This starts it, allows it to work. Function. Now, here, the argument is actually a function itself. So when touch is fired, it will run this argument, which is here, which will be the function that has not been made yet. You can do normal arguments like A, B, although this is touched, so you can only really use one argument, being the thing that touched. Many people do hit, because it hit it. Now you see this right here, the extra parenthesis. If you were to remove that, this would error. It's because you need to close out the parentheses here. You see a parentheses starts, one closes, but then there's no other close, so it closes here at the end. Now, we were to run this, say print hit touched me, space. Now, hit that name actually. You're going to see these two dots. This is string manipulation. These two dots will put, say, a string here plus a string here together. So if you were to print string, you need it as a string, dot dot, string, then another dot dot, because why not, a space, a 1, a 2, and print this. Hang on, I have 3 dots on accident. You'll see string 12. So, back to this. So if we were to run this script and touch the base plate, you're going to see it spam the part's name touched me. See? Part touched me, the right leg touched me, left leg touched me, and it continues. Humanoid part touched me. So if you made it this far in the video, I'm going to get a little bit more advanced now. As you see, this function with an event, you can type event1 equals. Now this whole thing is the value of event1. It's a variable. And as you saw when I pressed play and walked, all this was spammed in the output. If I were to do event1 disconnect and walk around, you'll notice nothing becomes printed in the output. See, nothing's in the output because I disconnected the event. Where it says connect, this undoes that, causing it to be no longer functioning. And as you see, you can make events become variables. Not only just events, you can make functions become variables. However, when you make a function a variable, you cannot do it like the name of the function. Instead, it's just function with a 2 parentheses. Because it's not needed to call it, because it already has a function. Now if we wanted to just make this print hi, and we wanted to call it, just do function 1. Run this, see if it works, and you'll see hi printed. With a function, you can call it multiple times. So if we were to do A, in the output, you'll see A, and so on. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe this video for more scripting tutorials. The next video will be about tables.